Welcome, guys. Welcome back. I almost said Castle Super Beast. Welcome back to Disconnected Cast. Welcome, guys. First podcast after RTX.
I have a toothache, sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, toothache. I said you had two things. I was like, go ahead. Go ahead.
Toothache, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I hope it's not two things. Ow.
Let's get right.
I'm going to take a dump real quick.
Jesus, could you imagine? Let's get right into it then. All right, so RTX was this weekend as well as Anime Expo for all of our California friends and audience. Hope you guys had fun there if you did go to Anime Expo, the biggest anime convention in the United States. Hopefully enjoyed that. We went to RTX because hell yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean, we had a very clear objective. No shilling, but we were going for a certain guest that was there. So
the Hulk.
So we're going Castle Super Beast. And what a story that is. Mind if I get into that? Cool.
Oh, man, hype it up, yeah.
So we went there primarily for Castle Super Beast. I went there primarily. John was being a good sport, but I'm hoping he had fun too. I say that in his, wherever he is. Anyway, so we went there. We went to their panel. I'll be uploading footage from that. It was great. They should be uploading that as their official podcast episode of the week. It was a live podcast recording episode, so that was really fun. Then we took a break, and when we went back to go to their signing, we discovered a little something, which is a bit shit. Turns out
we don't know how to read.
Yeah. No, we've never been there before. I honestly chuck it up to inexperience because that's more of a con known thing. What we're talking about is the fact that you need tickets for meet and greet. Now, at K-pop concerts and other conventions, this is actually a thing for high prolific guests. So it tells you a little bit of something for the cons we've been to before. But you need tickets for these meet and greet. Makes sense, though. Makes sense, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you got to cap it out, because they do have to meet everyone who goes to these meet and greets. So
I was thinking the time where we were going to meet Steve Bloom, we didn't need one. We just kind of queued up, and he came by, his little,
I think that it has to do, again, with the size of the convention.
Okay, because when I met Chief, the Chief in Cortana, we just queued up, and maybe it's a different thing.
Maybe it's a different thing then. Maybe it's a different thing. Well, regardless, that happened. And then, so we were in line. Thank goodness John's social. I just kept trying to Google everything. John just went ahead and asked people and saved a lot of time. And he asked, and the guy let us know, the con go in front of us that, which thanks, by the way.
Thanks
who already knew that we needed that, had told us, yes, you need that ticket. So John was I was already starting to get a little disappointed. John was very optimistic and, kept my shoulder up because I tell people this, and there's a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, breaking the fourth wall, whatever you'll call it, but in real life, John and our personality is actually kind of different. I'm a little more timid and a little John is a lot wilder normally than me in person, by comparison. I can be a bit wild, but John can be really crazy. So here's a lot more timid. But anyways, so I'm getting all down. John suggests, he goes, well, mate, what about we stay and maybe they'll let us in anyways. He even asked the staff. The staff says, sorry, we're not going to let you in because ticketed event. Fair enough, right? So we're walking away. I'm going to go shop my sorrows away. John is telling me, you're going to beat him, man. Don't worry about it. So we go. As soon as we get back to the exhibit hall, no bullshit. We turn, we scan our passes to get in. Right there, Wooly, Pat, and Paige are all hanging out, right, just enough time before their meet and greet. Fucking perfect. We meet them. It was amazing. I'll just, wrap it up there because I could go on and on and on.
You'll see the picture.
You'll see. It's great. My heroes, it's been about a decade, right about by the end of the year that I've been following them. So it's been good stuff, man. Been a big part of my life, big influence. This is why we're doing this. So we appreciate it, guys, and thank you for taking the time to meet us.
Yeah,
and thank you, John.
Great to meet you guys. Of course, right?
So that was fun. Pro ZD, of course, was there. Troy Baker, Nolan North. We could have met them if we went on Saturday. We'll see about next year, but we really like the con overall. The only thing we didn't like is a bit of a thing in the beginning. There was a bit of it was a person we didn't care for. We'll go with that.
And make sure you fill those gaps, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. But anyways, overall, I enjoyed the con. It was fun. So
yeah, it's always a nice time in Austin.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Aston, Texas.
Of course, Buc-ee's always. That's always cool. So there's that.
We're filming now. Can I pick up that bag? Can we shill bucks?
You want to shill bucks?
Fuck it, shill bucks. Yeah, eat some beaver nugs. We're shilling bucks,
dude. So it's been a while since I've been there. They added bold and spicy cheese flavor and a sea salt caramel. If you like any of that sounds appealing, it is absolutely worth it. And I got the OG ones as well.
I don't know if
among
we can.
other stuff, so.
I don't know if Bucks is anywhere else. Are they? Is it a Texas thing?
No, it's a Texas thing. So if you're here, you got to make that.
Yeah, unlike a certain other chain that used to be strictly Texas. Salt.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay. All that means I'm going to go get Whataburger anywhere I go now.
That's true. Yeah. So a few hours before we recorded, a new trailer for Mulan dropped. Now, John made me aware that there is some salt from some people. Yeah. From an outsider's perspective, of someone who enjoys Disney films but wouldn't call himself a fanatic, I don't bust into song if I hear someone playing it out loud. I'll enjoy it quietly and keep to myself, but I'm not I'm gonna bust into song, and all that shit.
Like do show tunes.
So it's whatever. The music's fine. It's good. But apparently there's salt from what you've experienced personally.
Yeah, it's the usual Twitter shit, but like people are just griping about lack of Mushu. But it's a realistic movie. I get it. It's a fantastic movie or a fantasy movie.
I really wish
is you gonna have a little dragon bud come out?
They're going for a more realistic thing. Realistic, I'm sure there's going to be some fantasy shit, but still, mostly realistic. Look, if I had it my way, you wanted to make a good Mulan movie, make it with Dynasty Warriors combat.
Yeah,
that'll make a good Mulan. You want a good Mulan movie, do that. Otherwise, this is fine, I think.
Make it a tie-in.
I didn't wear my hat. This has nothing to do with Mulan. I just meant to wear a hat. I was wondering why I felt so naked. I always wear a hat normally. So there's that. You got to see bald me, pretty much.
I mean, maybe it's being more historically accurate.
I don't know. My personal opinion, I think it looks fine. John, personal opinion?
I mean, hey, at least they're not bitching about race this time, so
yeah.
Just fucking beat that dead horse.
Exactly. So there's
I think it looks fine. I mean, as long as the music's there.
Yeah, exactly. As long as like Aladdin. I heard Aladdin's fine. Because guess what? The music was there, so it's there. It's important.
I'm waning on my Will Smith fandom. That's it. That's all my thing.
Yeah, so there's that. All right, Mr. John. Most anticipated game of the year. Has it come out yet? If it has, what is it? If it hasn't, what is it?
This year?
This year.
I don't know.
Remember, most of the main titles are coming out next year, but this year. What was, is, or is going to be?
I can't even think, because Star Wars is next year, right?
No, November.
It is this year? It's November?
Fallen Order, November.
Okay.
It's going to be going against Death Stranding, so I'm going to get Death Stranding,
then probably Death Stranding, just because I'm really excited to see what the hell. Just what the hell.
Good.
That's it. Yeah, that's straight up.
Mine is also hyper ridiculous Japanese stuff. Judgment already came out, so I got to say, living up to the hype. I'm 40 hours in now. Chapter 9, I think? 8, 9? Chapter 8. I'm on Chapter 8, 40 hours in. Still lots to do, still lots to go. But yeah, it's living up to its thing. My only real gripe with it really is when you get far into it, light spoiler, that was your time to skip it. There's a thing called the Vacation Gang or something like that. They're really annoying. Every once in a while, they'll come in and you have a threat level alert, and then they'll just a shitload of them. You got to go kill the bosses. It wouldn't be so annoying if it didn't happen in between every single mission. It just gets really like, I'm trying to go on a date, or I'm trying to do a side quest or whatever, or I'm just trying to go play games or get drunk, and oh no, the Vacation Gang's back. Fuck off. Like, it gets to the point where it's not really, if that was just for like a small part of it, and then there's like, get through the Vacation Gang, they're invading the city, and one time it's a really long thing, that would have been a better way to do it than constantly coming back and being like, okay, no, but they're back again. It's just like, why do I keep killing them? Like, what are they, not killing them. You don't kill people in Yakuza, which is funny. That's been a funny thing. I'm going to get, spoiler ends, I'm going to get into a little bit of a funny thing about why I like the Yakuza series so much. Okay, so in the mainline Yakuza games, there's a character named Kiryu. He's the main guy. He, in the storyline, is so honorable because he's never killed anyone. Now, he's held guys' heads down, and an 18-wheeler has run over it, but that guy's fine. It's okay, trust me. He's used he's used the waiter at a restaurant as a meat shield to eat up fucking a shitload of bullets, but he didn't kill anyone. It's fine. That guy didn't die.
Was he fucking
it's just funny. Anyways, you get the point, right? So it's funny because the in-game animations and everything don't match with the actual storyline because it's supposed to be extreme, but they also have this serious story. So it's funny when stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
You got me. As Yagami in Judgment, I'm fucking slamming people's spines into the like back, like those little safety posts on the side streets. I'm like slamming them back into that, having them fucking seesaw up again, and then slamming their face into the fucking like phone. It's so funny. For like 3 weeks. He's an honorable detective. I'm not killing anyone. Okay, so I just think that shit's funny though. But yeah, Judgment, my anticipated game, came out. I'm happy. Hopefully, we're happy for Death Stranding.
Oh yeah. Hopefully. No, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I'm on Team Kojima, so
there you go. Anything else happened this week, Mr. John, that you want to go ahead and get going and let people know about? It's been a long week.
I watched Stranger Things 3.
Oh, nice. I still haven't got to it, so
not giving away that guy. You fuckers! Can't believe you did that. But it's interesting to see where they're going.
Okay.
I like the live action aspect of a certain creature that comes around. It's cool. It was well done. Like,
good.
The Duffer Brothers are pretty on point with
all we can really ask for. So
directing.
Season 3 is not Game of Thrones Season 3, where it's already like yikes.
Well, no, Season 3 is fucking great for Game of Thrones.
Oh, 4? 5?
No, like end of 6.
Oh wow, so it was good until then. Fine.
Well, yeah, because up until the Battle of the Bastards, everything was fine.
Okay.
And then even the first episode where she blows up the Sept.
So my very bad joke was that it's bad.
Yeah, I was going to tie that in too. It's like, I can't wait to see how D&D get spit roasted over at, was it Comic-Con? SDCC, where they're going to be?
Yeah. But overall, the good thing is, it was good. So,
it was great.
They haven't lost it yet, so good.
I think they will. I think Stranger Things does good deeds.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, guys, let's get into the news.
Nudes?
Coming July 10th. That's going to sound terrible on the microphone. Coming July 10th.
Is that copyright?
Until the 31st. Armored Mewtwo. Are you going to go get that? Do you care? Are you going to get it? Is this cool? Is it not cool? I'm a casual Pokemon fan, so I don't know if this is cool or not.
I have my little plushie Armored Mewtwo because I'm a big fan. Like, I've always loved Armored Mewtwo. I think it's fucking cool. I have to do a raid, I think.
It's for a raid.
Yeah, but I just...
Because Groudon's going to end, I think, when this comes out.
I don't do raids. Like, I don't know people. I've done, like, 3 raids because they were, like, Machomps and Mahitus and some shit. But yeah. I mean, if I can happen upon one where there's a bunch of people and it's easy, and fuck yeah, I'm going to go get me some Armored Mewtwo.
Okay, there's that. Cool. All right. Warframe just dropped a new trailer for the Wukong Prime update. Warframe's a really cool game. They're one of the many games that's kind of did good but set a bad precedence, a.k.a. For Honor, No Man's Sky, so on and so forth, where the game started off a little shit, but then is great, is phenomenal now. So, I mean...
Is For Honor phenomenal now?
I wouldn't call it good.
I was going to say, like...
No Man's Sky and Warframe are phenomenal.
Yeah, No Man's Sky.
But For Honor got better. It got good.
It wasn't good. Terrible. It was just hyper repetitive. Like...
Yeah, but it got good. I mean, I'm talking about like the launch game is nothing like the original game.
Yeah, okay.
So if you haven't played it in the last 5 years, it's different.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, that's hyperbole. It's called hyperbole for the actual. I can hear it when I say things like 5 years ago, and it's clearly not 5 years ago. I can already hear
actually.
I can hear that already coming. But anyway,
it's hyperbole, guys.
So we talked about. Oh, Jesus, you're gonna get another actually for that. Good. So Shenmue 3, we talked about it last time.
Yeah.
Becoming exclusive. All of a sudden, you can't do that, guys. You can't do that.
What are you getting at?
So, what happened? Did you think... You know nothing about this story update, right?
No, I got
What do you think happened, John? Do you think they went ahead and said, you guys are right, this is the Kickstarter, we took your money on the promise it's going to be on Steam, and they went ahead and did that? Or Epic Games just said, fuck you, we didn't kept it?
Gee, I wonder what good guy Epic Games did.
So, here's what they did. They were, like, trying to be the heroes while stiff-arming you? It was weird. So, here's what they did. Epic Games will absorb all the financial damage of anyone who wants to return the game. That's right. Even though last week we talked about how they denied refunds, they went ahead and Epic, with their huge 10-cent fucking Fortnite money, said, fuck it. You want out? We'll buy you out. We're not giving this fucking up. We'll buy you out. Now, of course, it's a year exclusive. Yeah. First, they're originals. They did go through a couple of, like... First, they said no, straight up. Then they said, just wait a year, guys. It's just a year. This game that some people are waiting for and anticipating their biggest release, it's just a year, guys.
Stop being
Stop being shit. Like, just wait.
You babbies.
So now they're taking it and absorbing all the damage. Now, here's why that's not a good thing. Because it just shows you the lengths they're willing to go to be that guy. Now, they would never, of course, be able to get a franchise like Halo, but let's just say they did.
I don't know.
Can you imagine? Like, now you gotta wait they're exclusively wait a year. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
No, I'm just, Epic's taking a big fat dump on the community. They're like,
yeah, right, I can't remember what it was like.
We're gonna be in control now.
It was like what, maybe 4 or 5. Could you shut the fuck? I muted this thing. Shut the fuck up.
Fucking Limp Bizkit starts to play in the background every time Epic walked into the room.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like,
check. That's about all I can say legally.
It's scummy.
It is. It's super scummy.
Yes, they're giving people their money back. It's like this, guys. Shitty, explicit example coming up.
Way.
But it's like, I fucked your wife. Come on, man. $1,000, man. Buy yourself something nice.
Isn't that a movie?
You still did it.
That's a movie, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, okay, probably is.
That's isn't that an Indecent Proposal?
Oh, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, shit. But basically, right? It's an indecent proposal.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't know. It's just gross.
No,
because
it's
look at all
bad taste.
And you know what else is bad on? It's not just bad on Epic. It's bad on is Entertainment or whoever's doing Shenmue. Basically, Shenmue creator has just like, however many years, countless years ago when this was first announced, it was a nice thing where he was just like, all right, guys, Shenmue 3 is coming. You guys have always wanted a Shenmue 3 for the Shenmue fan base. We're going to give it to you. Here's the thing where I questioned it all the way back then. Because first they got kickstarted. That's fine. Then Sony backed it / bought it, basically. Mm-hmm. Even then, years ago, I was just like, why did they need the Sony money? I thought Shenmue was alright, although now I look at it in a rearview mirror, I think it's just rose-tinted glasses, but Shenmue's not really that good of a game. I'm just going to say it right there. As a fan of Shenmue, or was a fan, kind of a fan, it's not that good. So, we have Yakuza now. We don't need Shenmue anymore.
Uh-huh.
So that being said, the other scummy guys are those who are making Shenmue 3, because here's all the money they got. They kickstarted it. Then they got Sony money. Then Deep Silver is going to publish it. They got money from them. Damn. Now Epic.
So what are they doing with all that money?
Exactly.
Like,
this has to be
the greatest
and when you see it,
ever.
Exactly. And that's exactly what Jim said. And he didn't know that. I knew that. That's why I didn't want to take that quote. But John didn't even know that. And that's what Jim was saying. This better be the best fucking game ever. The game that Jim considers one of the shittiest games of all time better be dropping one of the best games of all time, which it probably won't.
Like, I feel like it's going to be like a Duke Nukem Forever scenario.
It is kind of. And what we're seeing from this situation is we're seeing the graphics and everything don't look that good. It'll probably be okay at most. But at this point, does 4 or 5 major backings, money-wise, does it make it that good? Mighty Number 9 fudged the bucket by not raising enough. Because Kickstarter takes a 40% cut. So they needed $4 million to make Mighty Number 9. They only raised $4 million.
Well, there you go.
Is why they did like 2, 3, 4 more Kickstarters, some shit like that. That may be exaggerating, but they did several more Kickstarters to make up that money. And then created a shit game. Are we in this boat again?
People still like that game for some reason.
Are you serious?
There's a couple of people shouting it out at RTX.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. But
oh no, they were those people that were shouting it out was as a joke.
Oh,
like as a this is going to end up like Mighty Number 9. I know what you're talking about. I was during the Castle Super Beast panel. Those people were yelling that as a it's going to end up like that.
Oh, well, yes, it will. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could. This game has to be phenomenal to justify the millions of dollars they've taken in. I don't think it will.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
This is once again into the like Bloodstained, why crowdfunding can be amazing. This opposite example.
Well, I feel like Igarashi cares.
Igarashi does.
Like,
the guy Shenmue Man, whatever his name is now, I've already forgotten.
Yeah, like
I think he's just happy that this is now.
He can retire.
Exactly. Off a franchise that just never did good.
But I hear good things about Shenmue. I've heard in the gaming community.
And that's the thing. I did too at one point until I looked back at shit and realized it's all rose-tinted glass. I like it in a Deadly Premonition way where it's kind of broken and bad, but Deadly Premonition has a more genuine...
You mean Twin Peaks the game?
twist to it. Nope. Swear he said he doesn't know what Twin Peaks is. You shut up. But anyways, we have Yakuza. So you can't create a superior... Imagine there was a franchise, and I mean this like seriously, like imagine there was a franchise that was just like Halo before Halo came out, but just wasn't that good. Then Halo came out. Why do you want a sequel?
Marathon?
Why do you need a... No, but I mean, like, not related to them at all.
Well, apparently it is.
Not related to that, even. Less related. Okay.
I was going to... Apparently
Bill Gates
is supposed to be...
Bill Gates...
But I don't think it is.
Steve Jobs made a game that's like Halo, then Bill Gates made, like, bankrolled Halo.
Did he really?
No.
I know, it's just...
Then... That happened.
Steve Jobs can't do anything.
You're ruining the thing. Okay, look, you're making a bad point against my good point.
No, you're right. You're right.
Which is, imagine if there was a Halo before Halo came out.
Yeah.
And it was really bad. It was like DMC 2 quality of work, right? Why would you? And then Halo came out. Why would you make a sequel to the other one?
Yeah, for money, because
even if three. No, but it won't make money. That's the thing.
So I'm saying whoever made it needs
even if
money.
3 people are hyped for it, why did you make it still? I don't know. It's weird to me.
Like, why is it coming into existence?
Yeah. Now that there's the good thing. And I understand some people that like Shenmue don't care about Yakuza, but still,
I mean,
it's the same thing, basically.
Hey, what's that game with Jean Reno in it? That's not Shenmue, is it? No. You fight, like, demons and stuff.
No, but I can't remember what it's called, but no, it's not Shenmue.
Someone
I wish it was.
post that in the
Yeah, someone let us know that, please.
I want to play that. I was watching Leon last night. I fucking love
There you go. Hell yeah. So, you asked me about this the other day and I didn't explain it to you because we're going to talk about it in the podcast, so here we go. G2A controversy. You said, what's G2A during the Castle Super
Panel?
Panel?
Yeah. What's all that about?
Castle Super Panel, that's what I said. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Okay, so the G2A controversy. Basically, this is primarily because of your disconnect to PC gaming, but G2A is basically a key reseller. The GameStop of digital keys, basically. I bought...
I know what keys are, yeah.
No, what I'm saying is what they do. So I bought a key for Halo 5. Whew.
Why?
Then I realized I bought a key for Halo 5. So Steam's not going to take that back. Well, they would actually if it's within their certain policy, but say it's past that. And I still have the key. Yeah, less than 2 hour, like a day or something, like 24 or so unused, or 2 hours, no more than 2 hours in game.
Yeah.
Say I passed that. But I didn't redeem it though, because I still have the key, obviously. So I didn't redeem it. You told me, I go, John, I bought the key for Halo 5. You're like, why? It's shit. That's weird. I feel like this would be the other way around. But that's why it's a story. And I go, oh, what? Really? Ooh. I also bought Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Ooh. So then I have these 2 keys, right? And then I'm just like, no, I don't want these. Yeah. G2A will buy them off of me $15-$18 for like a $60 game, obviously.
Oh, really? The game's
whatever it is. Yeah. So then they'll resell it, right? Not that bad of an idea, obviously. Because some people want an out of that.
I mean, they
got a raw deal of that. Yeah. So it's not that bad, but what do they do? But the thing is, G2A doesn't care. They say they do, but they don't care if it's stolen keys. Now, what's the problem with stolen keys? You go, well, then you just charge back to the card. G2A just goes, oh, it's stolen? Haha, give us some money back, and we also sold it, so they went out. No. But that's not just what the problem is. The bank isn't really the one who gets hit with it, per se, because the indie developer, or the major developer, but the reason I go indie is because EA can absorb the hit. Bobby Kotick gets paid is worth like $7 billion. He doesn't give a fuck. Indie developers are the ones who get hit back. Yeah. So Devolver and all these other guys I love so much that I rave about, Way Forward, these guys, it comes out of their pockets when these stolen keys, So one of the devs who's been like recently, this has always been a thing, but lately it's just been getting really bad. So one of the guys, basically, one of the devs came out and was just like, look, this is fucked. We'd rather you pirate our games. If you have, and several other indie developers back this guy up, because if you have no intent of buying our game, if you absolutely have no intent, you don't have money, or you just say, fuck you, I'm not going to buy it, pirate it. Please do not buy from G2A. Even if you can get our game for $10, please don't. Just steal. That's what tells you the severity of how bad G2A is. Of course, G2A's response was, well, that dev, we're not saying who, but that guy who's talking shit about us, if he really cared, maybe he would have wrote us an email and tried to reach out. We all know nowadays that what's the best way? If you're really upset about something, you Yelp it or social media /Yelp, right? Yeah, because that gets the company's attention. Exactly. Because that gets their attention a lot more, right? So G2A's cop-out is, well, you could have just emailed us. And guess what he goes? He goes, yeah, I did. Here's my records on emails. You guys did not help.
Yeah.
I did email you guys. Also, on top of that, while you guys are putting me on blast, fuck you. Also, here's the stats. You guys say that if it was suspicious, you guys would have stopped it or looked into it. Here's our game we dropped because the devs get to see the sales.
Yeah.
Here's the game we dropped. This guy has 100 of 150 keys. That doesn't look suspicious. How the fuck did this guy get 100 of our game and you guys didn't look into? Maybe that looks weird.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys said you'd look into if it looked suspicious, or you said write me an email. I did both. Fuck you.
Yep.
GTA, I don't think he's officially responded since then.
Fucking post some receipts, man.
But on that same tweet that the guy was responding to, G2A, this is how much full of shit they are. They say, we will, if the developer can prove that the key, or anyone can prove the key was stolen, we will pay the dev 10 times the key's cost.
Really? Yeah, fucking right.
That's how full of shit they are. They went that route. John, if you can prove to me that I don't like the thing you say I don't like, but I can just easily say I like, if you can prove that, I'll pay you 10 times your wage.
Okay, cool.
It's like
a deal. Stupid ass.
I know. So that's the G2A controversy. That's your answer, buddy. So there's that. That's why I wanted to run a bus. What do you think about? Because I've kind of been running my mouth this whole time. What do you think about stuff like that? Do you think that is there any way that someone you think in this case could defend G2A?
No, because that's really shitty business practice.
It just is, right?
It's taking GameStop's bullshit to the next level. Oh yeah, and another thing, and it really is. That's why I'm glad you agree with my comparison to GameStop. And here's another thing that's fucked up is the one of the devs was just like, well, I just want to see this G2A shit anymore. Let me block it. You can't because they paid Google so much money. Google won't let you block certain ads that are getting bankrolled so hard by. So it's to the point where G2A pays so much money, their keys and their stuff appears before the dev's official site most of the time. What the fuck? Yeah, no. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Exactly. I just learned about
Fuck G2A. Fuck G2A. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm glad, and all that is just, that's just scratching the surface of how long these scumbags have been doing this stuff.
How long has this been around? Yeah.
Long time, yeah. Long time.
Damn.
Probably as long as I've been in the game. So, a long time.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Okay. So, also recently in the last week was the fighting game tournament in Orlando, Florida. So you already know this is going to go well. CEO, Community Effort Orlando, which is, jokes aside, one of the biggest tournaments. After EVO, it's the biggest fighting game tournament after EVO.
Damn.
It's pretty organized, but here's the biggest problem. Lots of problems. So what happened at CEO? Here's the highlights exactly of what happened in Florida. So, Bolsvet and Vaughn, two Mortal Kombat. Was it Mortal Kombat? Oh my lord. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat, right? Look how professional this is, guys.
All right.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 11 tournament was there. So Vaughn and Bosver have fought, and if I'm saying the first guy's name wrong, sorry, but they fought in many tournaments. They're both pro players, so they've even fought online. Vaughn is only 16 years old, even.
Jesus.
He's a behemoth of a dude. He's a huge guy. Kind of reminds me of for anyone modern WWE fans, Big Cass kind of reminds me of this guy. He's a huge, big, white dude, long hair. Mm-hmm. He's only 16. This dude is like a monster for some reason. Anyways, beat Bolver online in a tournament. If it's not MK11, guys, I'm sorry, but the story still holds that he beat him online, right? Mm-hmm. But because of the people question the victory being just due to format, whether it's like 1-1-1 or 1-1-3. Basically, they said if it had been best of 5, Vaughn probably wouldn't have won because it was just kind of the cards were stacked up against the guy due to the format that they were going by. Vaughn, of course, got very upset by that, and he was just like, "Really, guys, you're gonna fucking slander me? You're gonna take it away from me? I still won. Like, I won the tournament. Like, blah blah blah." So, big showdown at CEO. Big deal. These guys are doing it in person in the format that the guy allegedly wouldn't have won. That Vaughn allegedly wouldn't have won if it was.
Yeah.
Vaughn wins. This is followed by Vaughn is very excited, very ecstatic.
GG, yeah.
16-year-old gets in the fucking other dude's face, and he's just like, no one can tell. No one still knows to this day what he actually said, but it's very aggressive. You look at the clip, the energy is really like off-putting because it's very like he's just in the. Thankfully, Bolsver, whatever the guy's name is very like.
He's a fucking.
He's like, I'm not slugging at the 16-year-old.
Yeah, he's a child.
Very kudos to Bolsver for being very professional.
Yeah.
But Vaughn's up in the dude's grill, like right in there, like "you fucking motherfucker," like just doing like that kind of meme, and it looks really like everyone that was there said that they were very afraid that they were gonna catch hands. But this also goes to this went on for way too long. This was like 20, 30 seconds of this security, and no one moves because there was no real proper security.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have really gotten into a brawl if the other guy didn't have fucking nads of steel and just let it go. But it was just toxic behavior.
But I mean, like, is that his normal behavior? Is that in response to all?
I think it was overcoming
bullshit?
the doubt. Yeah, it was coming into overcoming the doubt.
And because that's just exuberance. When you're a kid, you're like testosterone.
Exactly.
high.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do feel. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's up in his
Yes,
face,
yeah, he was
but,
also
like,
flipping the bird and stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, fucking big man.
Yeah, big man.
Right,
Yeah. So
whatever.
this guy, big man, could have gone bad, but thankfully the other dude was very
Did he like raise hands at all, or was he just like
just kind of hand talking?
Okay.
Yeah, basically, exactly. Flipping the bird.
I mean,
hand he didn't ever swing. It's not like he swung and the guy just didn't even give a fucking didn't flinch and the guy was bluffing. But
yeah, what the fucking one of those like 2 for flinching? No.
yeah.
Okay. This just seems like reaction from the media, like overreaction from the media. Like if he didn't do anything at all.
Yeah, it's one of those. Like, where do you draw the line of? Still could have been something though, because if the dude did swing back, the other guy did instigate.
I mean, Florida has a stand your ground law. I don't know. To me, this just seems like, but I come from really aggro, not background, but like areas. I played football and basketball, and like that's just people get in your fucking face. You can tell when someone's gonna try and like fuck with you versus when someone's just spouting off. Like I guess it's a little more niche. Like the general public will probably see like that behavior is like, oh, this guy's about to he's gonna attack this guy. It's like, no, he's a fucking kid. And let him.
Well, okay, but it's a professional.
Yeah, again,
setting.
He's a fucking kid. He should know better, but he's a kid. I mean, just yeah.
Fair point either way. I get your point, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a professionals like behave,
Yeah. So at the Super Smash Brothers tournament, Lou was against Anthony. They're both top Super Smash Brother players. Lou's biggest weakness is Peach, and Anthony is one of the top 5, if not higher than that, Peach players in the U.S. So they went against each other.
Low key, Peach is one of my backups. Like nice. I fucking love fucking with people. That butt bump, hell yeah! Fuck your shit, get off my map.
There you go. So. Aside Anthony being the top Peach player, Lou actually overcame his Achilles heel and ended up winning. Oh fuck! They said I totally forgot. I was just going to get into what happened after that, but yeah, that's an important thing about. I don't remember. All I know is he beat Peach, and that was fine and all. However, his reaction again, hype overcoming. What the fuck is wrong with this? Because this doesn't happen at fucking Evo.
You're in.
Took the chair. And just repeatedly started slamming. And this isn't like a wrestling rigged chair to break. Like, this is a proper metal chair. And just started violently, repeatedly slamming the chair. In victory, the chair just started bending. Like, it just kept going on. It was another ill. Like, is this gonna become a fight? What's happening? This guy's just going nuts.
That's a bit much. That's kind of like, that's like, all right, now somebody needs to get on that. Like, this dude has a fucking chair. And
Agreed, yeah. If you can let the first one slide, this one is like this guy's going berserk.
This guy might start fucking throwing chairs at people.
Exactly. And that's the thing. CEO overall, Megaran was there, the rest of Kenny Omega, like some of my top boys were there, and they were professional. Kenny Omega had this badass thing. They had this cool Street Fighter for the beginning of Street Fighter tournament. Like Kenny had this whole fucking Akuma look, like glowing, and it was so cool.
Nice.
But anyways, there were cool festivities, but there was something about the air of the tournament in general that seemed so trashy.
Well,
because it's Florida, I know. But aside that,
I mean, no offense to our Florida fans,
who fucking organizes this? And here's what the fucking CEO of the tournament, the CEO of CEO, had to fucking say about the tournament is that there's a bit of a lack of security, and everyone seemed high and drunk. Or excuse me, everyone was high and drunk.
Sounds about right. Florida, baby.
there's just something where I'm just like,
Deltona, what's up?
It's just how is this a thing?
Wait, how old is the chair slammer? How old is that guy?
I don't know. These guys were probably in their 20s or closer to our age, maybe.
All right, come on. You know what's wrong? You overcome your Achilles. What's wrong? Just
exactly. And even the fucking getting in the face, just get hyped to the audience. Like, why are you trying to fucking? I think you wanted the guy to catch hands, but
it seemed like he might have been trying to instigate, like, just to prove his like real toughness.
Yeah, he was towering over this dude, but the dude looked built too, the smaller guy. So
that's the thing.
Height doesn't mean much in a real fight.
Size isn't like a defining factor in a fight.
Of who's going to win.
Yeah, I've seen little dudes fuck up big dudes.
Yeah, dudes who know how to actually fight versus a big dude who's just raw strength.
Skill, yeah.
Yep. True. Moving on past CEO, because that was the thing. People still not very hyped about Henry Cavill's Witcher.
Really?
Cavill? Henry Cavill?
Cavill, yeah.
Cavill?
Henry
Yeah.
Cavill, yeah.
People still not feeling his Witcher. In fact, a lot of people are saying that of all the things that they're showing from The Witcher, everything looks great and exciting and may actually be a good Netflix production.
Yeah.
Except for Geralt himself.
Geralt of Rivia.
And primarily people think it's because of Henry Cavill. So,
I think it's more so because of Henry Cavill's Superman.
So that being said, what do you think in your opinion? Now, I know you're not deep in Witcher like I am, but what do you think about it?
I mean, I've heard enough about it from fucking BMG to understand. Well, he's not so hyped, but...
Okay, so it's kind of on the same where the rest of us were just kind of flaccid reacting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Snyder's take on Superman, and like that's what kind of taints it now.
Which is not Geralt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it has nothing to do with it, but that's how.
No, but I get what you're saying though. Yeah. It's still ill will. It's still ill following.
It's like, oh, I fucked up Superman. Don't fuck up this guy.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I think he's gonna do okay. I saw the picture, and he looks fine.
Okay.
Like, he looks Geralt-ish.
So there's an insider versus an outsider's perspective, guys. Let's hope. Let's just hope. At this point, we can't stop the train, so let's just hope it doesn't hit us, right?
And what's it going to cover? What era of Witcher?
I think it's going to... So, The Witcher's a very convoluted series to begin with, because I get this question all the time, where it's, where should I start? Well, here's the thing.
Part 2.
I started in 2. Then I went back and played 1. Then I played 3 when it came out.
You should just read the books.
That's what I was going to say. Even if you played the first game, you're still behind because you didn't read the books.
Yeah.
So there's just start it. You can just start at 3 really, because 3 understood. CD Projekt Red really understood the fact that this was going to be a lot of people's first Witcher game, and because of that, it's kind of like what they do. I think they didn't do it this way, which I really love the way they did this in Yakuza 4. Yes, Yakuza again. In Yakuza 4, what they did to catch up, because they knew that this was on PS3, maybe people didn't play it on PS2, you can, of the first 3 games, you can watch like a fucking 5-hour movie of the first 5 games. Just get caught up. In 4?
Really?
Yep, they have a catch-up prologue mode to just get the whole story, 1 through 3, in it's 3, 4, 5 hours. Watch the whole fucking game.
How do you pause that? Can you pause and say?
You can do chapters.
Okay. I was going to say.
That's the way to get caught up. Witcher didn't do that. Instead, what they did is they did the sequel reboot thing where they made it very self-contained with references to the first 2 games. Mm-hmm. But as far as you know, Geralt's just this established dude, but there's nothing you need to know about the first couple of games. You know, because Ciri and all them are exclusive to this game.
See, that's what I was wondering. Is Triss and Ciri going to be in the Netflix adaptation?
Trish was in the other ones, so yeah, but they should be, yeah. I don't know about Ciri, but Trish for sure.
I like Ciri.
So Trish should be there.
Time traveling chick.
So just jump into 3. If you guys are on that fence still and you're like, I didn't play 3 because of this, it's really easy to get the complete collection for $30 regular, $20 on sale.
Right,
so grab it. Has all the DLC, totally worth.
We're just waiting for Cyberpunk because I'm sure Ciri's going to be in that.
Oh, there's probably going to be light cameos, indirect cameos or appearances like that. So
she's already in it, right? Like she makes references to it?
Yeah. So there's that. Moving on, my boy Psyduck getting some love.
Psyduck?
Dropping a clothing collection. So you got all the Pikachu love for forever and still going on. Eevee getting their recent love lately. They're giving Psyduck a chance to shine, and Psyduck is getting a clothing collection. It's going to consist of several things, pins, whatever, because he was shown a very positive response in Detective Pikachu, even though ironically I wasn't a fan of that one. It was okay, but I'm more just like Psyduck in general. Getting his own clothing line. So shirts, pins, hoodie, other stuff coming out. So check out the Psyduck Bewildered line coming soon. Should be fun.
That's cool.
Gonna get that.
So the casuals got onto Psyduck now?
Finally, yeah. Took a while.
Psyduck's never been like... He's not...
Psyduck's not really...
Nobody hates Psyduck.
Yeah, but no one cares
I
either.
I know some people that are like, oh, yeah, Psyduck's cool. Like, have had Golducks on their team and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day, not now, but...
So, yeah. In Pokemon Eevee... Let's Go Eevee, I was trying to get Psyduck and all that stuff, so, you know. That was the thing. Now...
Like my friend used to call it back in the day, Pussy Duck. But then again, he would also say Potion Potten. Like, not... No, he's
and
like, these aren't jokes.
And that's all that needs to be said
this is
about a person.
This is... Yeah. Well, we were 10.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like we would say
That's
Pussy Duck and...
God, I forget how long we've known Pokemon.
23 years now?
That's wild to think. That is wild to think. We've been there since the beginning. That's wild. Anyways, what else is wild is that a game that the best friends play got me into that I could never play because it's an Xbox One original game that never came out in America. That's right. Xbox that never came out on Xbox original.
I know, it was a
Xbox original. Plus, best friends didn't play that. It was after. Anyways, Xbox original game, Japan exclusive, Metal Wolf Chaos, which is about a mech riding United States president, is coming out finally. Thank for Devolver Games bringing that bitch over because of the newfound interest, probably because of Best Friends Play. Bringing that over finally. A lot of people were hoping it was going to come out on 4th of July. It has been confirmed for an August 6th release date. So you guys on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One are going to be able to play the lost Xbox original game, one of the best Xbox original games to ever come out, never come out, rather, in America. So
what is it called?
Metal Wolf Chaos. The new one, Metal Wolf Chaos XD, but Metal Wolf Chaos was the original game and is a port of upgraded port of that. Check it out. Hyper American, not American, Japanese game.
Oh,
yes.
I love
good shit.
Non-American takes on
Metal Gear
America.
Solid, any Platinum Games game, so on and so forth. So, Yakuza, like, take on Americans, like, good. Check it out. So, we talked about the PlayStation Plus games that are coming out for July last time. Now it's July. We were talking about how Pro Evolution Soccer, wow, what a great game, 2019 was going to be on there.
Better than FIFA.
Well, here's the funny thing is, so it's a Konami game. At the last second, it got switched out for Detroit Become Human. So now if you have PlayStation Plus, you can go ahead and get Detroit Become Human for free. And the funny thing is, a lot of people thought it was maybe Konami wanted it pulled or whatever. They had no clue. They were just as surprised as everybody else that it got swapped out at the last second, which a lot of people now think that PlayStation was like, who the fuck wants to play Pro Evolution Soccer? And pulled that and put Detroit instead. So go get Detroit, fuck Konami.
I know, even Sony's
so
like,
there's
fuck
that.
Konami.
So that happened. That was great. But PlayStation has yet to make an official, and probably will never make an official announcement as to why. Because it's probably just, again,
brushed aside.
How many people are going to want to, probably interested in Detroit at least and still haven't played it? And how many people want to play Pro Evolution Soccer?
Yeah, so. And fuck Konami. Fuck Link Monsters.
Exactly, so there's that. Cyberpunk 2077 announced how big the game's going to be recently.
How big?
80 gigs, baby.
Holy
so we're talking
shit.
about Final Fantasy VII Remake, Red Dead Redemption 2 size. So, big game.
Fuck, all that content.
Big ass game. So yeah, if you guys do not rock a several terabyte hard drive or multiple several terabyte hard drives like I do on my PlayStation and Xbox, you might want to get in on that shit. Because games are getting big.
Bro, like, I don't have a PS4 at the moment. I'm going to get it again just for that. Well, it was for Last of Us 2, but I'm going to get it for Cyberpunk.
Dude, you should. There's so many games I need to suggest for you to get once you get a PS4.
Well, I miss my indie-ness, like...
Well, actually, for indie-ness, Xbox is way better on indie games than PlayStation. Yeah, much. PlayStation shit for indies.
Yeah. But, yeah, fuck, man, that's huge. I'm going to be playing that all year next year.
It's going to be good shit. And then, of course, I'll be doing Final Fantasy at the end of the year during that time. So, yeah. But then I'm going to beat that shit so quickly in terms of, like, how into it and how many hours I'm going to drop into that shit. I should be ready for Cyberpunk once it actually drops. So I have, like, 2-3 months to get into that.
Get in on that CPU.
Oh, no, I don't. It's the same time. So, fuck me. If it stuck to its original release date, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah. They also talked about how, because Keanu is now involved, that there's high potential for a Cyberpunk movie. Let's just get the game first.
Oh, come on.
Let that be good, and then let's get it.
It's just going to be John Wick in the future with fucking cybernetic implants. We know that's what it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just... It's cool, man. We like John Wick. We do. But don't fucking use that as his vehicle for the last half of his life.
Exactly. It's a little much.
Did you see that picture of him without a beard for Bill and Ted?
That's weird.
It's kind of
It's
awkward. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting. The director also talked about how everything's political, guys, including our own game. Now, you don't really want to hear that from because the guy saying this is the guy who's in hot water with LGBT stuff and all these other things. So to kind of say that, okay, how do I say this without getting in hot water myself?
I'll say it.
You can't get yourself into political turmoil and then just go, everyone's in political turmoil.
You can't mean.
I stepped on the lava. Everything's the lava. Like, you can't cop out that hard when you're already deep in controversy.
Yeah, bro.
Or as Jim Sterling says, controversy. You can't just do that.
Maybe he's owning up to it. I don't know.
It just seems like it seems like he is, but not wholeheartedly.
Well, yeah, he's just like...
He's like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, let me buy in. Also, I'm very excited. So, Shantae 5, the opening drop recently, is actually going to be by Trigger Studios, the ones who did Kill the Kill, Gurren Lagann, and all the good shit. They're doing the animation for it. Very anime opening, which is a little weird for Shantae, because Shantae is not really anime at all, and also had nothing to do with it before.
What is that?
But it's really cool, though, so good stuff. Shantae 5 coming out soon. A really good platformer series that is really good, so way forward games, good stuff. No, it's good.
I liked Prince of Persia.
I did when it was good.
The first one is great. Part 2 is okay, and then the last one...
And then after that, and then the not...
I remember we did the Let's Play on that shitty one?
Hall. Yeah.
That was fucking awful.
It was bad.
No, but Prince of Persia 1 is one of my favorite games of all time.
No, it is. But the glory days are long since gone. I mean, the Cowboys won at one point.
Who?
So there's that. Alright, so... Activision Blizzard... Being cool, guys, right?
Oh,
right, guys?
Man.
Activision Blizzard, what could possibly go wrong? Loot box kings? So, we all know about EA's layoffs that they've done over the last few years. We talked about the major one that they did in the last few months in the early 2019s. Here's what... So it's bad enough when they lay people off, right? But here's basically... And we know why they do it. We know why corporations do this, not just in the gaming industry, but in general.
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard... fired about 800 employees and are rehiring several of those positions at lower pay. I wonder why they fired people. It is, unless you go, well, it's a different community manager. That one got discontinued. This is a different one. I fired that guy, yeah, but his position's gone with the wind. I'm hiring for a different one. They have the same job. But this is not community manager A, this is community manager B.
Not those loot boxes, those loot boxes.
Exactly. So that's what they're up to.
Damn,
lots of people getting disappointed. Several employees, of course, express and some of their families expressing grief over really, you're not even trying now. And of course, Blizzard just doing the old. That's not what we're doing, guys.
Damn, Blizzard, you're supposed to be the good guys.
They were a long time ago before they merged with Activision. Even prior to Overwatch. Overwatch is one of the few good things they did since then. And even then, good would be splitting hairs for some people. I mean, we're fans of Overwatch, but there's a lot of people who aren't. And I see why. This is an Overwatch still. Don't look at my hat.
Blizzard had its employees be like, don't you guys have phones?
Basically. I mean, they're the company who did that.
Fuckers.
They're also the ones who did the money shot pay bullshit in Diablo 3 and then caused a lot of problems with that. So, yeah, you know.
Good old Activision.
And you know what the fucked up thing about it is, right? They've been, both EA and them have been recording record profits every time they do this. It's not like the company's down, we need to cut costs. It's like, another fantastic year. That was probably caused by those people they fired.
Exactly. That's why layoffs occur, so the CEOs and people in
yeah, Bobby Kotick's money. Like $7 billion worth or more. Like, that's insane. It's wild.
All that money won't make your wiener any bigger, bud.
It's true. It might actually make it smaller. It could actually do that.
Yeah.
And our final topic, guys, we want to know what you think about the following. But before, and make sure to get that to us at disconnectedcastmail@gmail.com. Once again, that's disconnectedcastmail@gmail.com. But before we get into that, where can our lovely listeners find you, Mr. John, on the internet?
Right here.
Don't say your real address.
At Evil Dead Guy on the Twitters.
Instagram eventually pending.
Yeah,
whenever John decides to finally get to
do that again.
And then me at ZD Rocket most places, SlimMationEntertainment.com, and of course for all future, current, and past episodes of Disconnected Cast, tune in at disconnectedcast.com, and also SlimMation.com for the video version. That's right.
And YouTube.
It's on there.
Yeah. Okay.
John is being a good boy. I didn't explain to that beforehand. That was just me not telling him that ahead of time.
And YouTube.
Yes. So let's get into the main topic. Cuphead's developers delaying the DLC for quality assurance and to prevent crunch. Now,
okay, cool.
That's good, right?
That sounds good, but
how many studios, since crunch controversy over the last few years, have been saying this? Are we having a reverse crunch period where the negative thing are people are just going to start delaying the games because fuck working on them? I can get to them when I... Now, I'm not saying this is what the Cuphead devs are doing, but we're now setting a precedence once again where now EA or anyone else can just be like, we're delaying it for another 3 years because we don't want to crunch our employees. But you're crunching them on the new Mass Effect. Guys, for the new Assassin's Creed, we're delaying it for 5 years. You said 3 before that. As I was saying, we're delaying it for the next 7 years to prevent crunch and for quality assurance. Because you guys said that waiting's fine, right? Because as long as the game's good, that it's fine to wait, right? You guys said that. This is what the general opinion on Disconnected Cast was, right? Right? You said so. We're delaying it for the next 10 years to ensure that we don't crunch our employees. So now they're doing... Our devs going to start doing good guy, and publishers going to start doing the good guy shield.
Well, okay, I have a feeling that most big name devs would pull this little chicken shit no middle
ground. So it's easier to believe that an indie dev really has good intentions.
Yeah,
usually. But the AAA industry, of course,
they'd pull that shit. It's like, well, you guys said you would wait. You said
it's one of those things. Like, we're falling into a world of precedences, which is what we're always talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just a fucking war of attrition.
It's basically becoming this thing, right? Where we talked about games getting better, setting up games launching shit getting better. Even Todd's writing that this wasn't a high Metacritic game. We knew it was going to have low scores in the beginning. It's as other games have shown in the past, it's not what a game is at launch. It's what a game becomes.
Tell me.
When you take their $60, that's when the game should have been good.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what it is.
I mean, so paying for false advertising.
Exactly. So we talked about that before. Now I feel like it's a hard one because now, you can't call the victim out if they're really a victim for not being a victim. You can't just hurl accusations. For example, again, I'm not saying this about the Cuphead devs. I'm saying that ever since the crunch controversy came out this year, it's always been there, but explicitly this year.
Yeah.
Now they're not the first developer. Several have said we're pumping the brakes and it's going to take a little bit longer, but we're going to take our time. It's going to take our time. It's going to take our time.
Nintendo, yeah.
Exactly, even Nintendo. Now, where do you draw the line? Are we just going to start are we going to start having, instead of 1 or 2, 6-year development cycles, 20-year development cycles? Because the game, and then the game's still launching. Oh, by the way, also, guys who are going to say this, if the game's still shit when it comes out, guess what, buddy? I'm fucked up. I don't know. Am I being paranoid, John? Or do you think that this is a very real possibility that people are going to take advantage of this?
People will always be advantageous, especially... I said this just last night. The richer someone is, the more advantageous they are, just because that's kind of how you make money. You take advantage of people and just have no qualms about being generally shit. I think other than making it, mandate or law, like writing it into developer contracts that
you have to promise
there can only be a certain period, or maybe like
it's so hard,
extension,
right? Because
of how long
even as you say that
cycle should be.
Exactly.
But I think, like you said, it's easier to believe an indie dev will take the time and actually treat their employees humanly.
Which, to be clear, not infallible, but easier to believe. Yeah,
humanely. Where AAA will just be like, well, you guys said. You said you could wait, so here you go. You'll get the next Assassin's Creed in 15 years, 2035. It's fine, right?
It's fucked up. Yeah, exactly. So it's a shame, man. This just kind of shows you you can't win. That's the fucked up thing about it all.
That's a good life lesson, kids. You can't win.
That's what it is.
Nobody ever wins. You just do a little better next time around.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for joining us again this week. Again, video time. We're on here now, so... Make sure to check that out as well.
Yeah, first
Your
live
format of voice, so you got that. So, Other than that, anything else, Mr. John?
No, man.
All right, guys. We will catch you every Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Until the next episode, we'll see you guys then.
Have a good week.
See ya.